Hey, this is Andrew Brown. In this video, we're going to take a look at Secrets Manager. So Secrets Manager is a service that's similar to System Parameter Store. I kind of feel like it came about because Parameter Store was very popular and it was went, oh, why didn't we charge for this? And so they made this additional service, which is easier to use and is nice, but you could use Parameter Store more or less for it. Though AWS has made it in certain areas where you do have to use Secrets Manager. And I think it's just to kind of force you to utilize the service, which costs money. I noticed that the price came down. So it used to be $1 per secret. Now it's down to 40 cents per secret. So that is really great. There's obviously API calls that we have to be concerned about. Nice that we get the 30-day free trial. Let's go ahead and set this up. So we'll go ahead and store a new secret. I'm going to go over to my AWS examples repo, and we're going to set up something programmatically to utilize secrets. I'm going to open this up in Gitpod here today. You use whatever you want to use, Cloud9, GitHub Codespaces, your local development environment, but understand you'll have to configure your AWS credentials and install the AWS CLI and all those things like that. So let's take a look at what options we have. So we have credentials for RDS database, credentials for DocumentDB database, credentials for Redshift data warehouse, credentials for other databases and other types of secrets. So when the service first came out, it wasn't all of these. It was just RDS or it was this. And this was the thing that was basically the competitor to Parameter Store, the other service. So let's start with this thing, and then we'll look at setting up credentials. I'm pretty sure we do this in one of our database sections, but we can do it again here in a slightly different way and see how that goes. So the idea is that we can do a key value store or plain text here. And then down below, we obviously have an encryption type, so that is really nice there. I think that we should programmatically do this. So in our AWS repo here, what we'll do is go ahead and make a new directory. I'm going to call this Secrets Manager. And we will cd into that. And I'll just make a new one here. This one will be for basic. And we'll cd into that. And then I will just touch a README file. And on the left-hand side here, I'm looking for Secrets Manager. We will expand that, go into our basic, and we'll go over to the AWS CLI. I don't know if you can create anything with Secrets Manager via the CloudFormation. We might actually be able to do that. We could do that too, instead of using the CLI. I know for Parameter Store, I would definitely utilize that. So maybe that's what we'll do here today, because then if we use Secrets Manager here, then maybe we can bring in a database and connect it that way. So I think that's my decision here. I'm going to need a couple of files that already exist. I'm going to go to EBS Basic and just copy these ones. Okay, and then we'll go down below. So if we're going to do a database, no, I'll leave it alone. We'll just copy this for now. And I'll paste it into here, whoops, and paste it into this directory. Allow. Did it actually copy? I don't think it actually copied. We'll try this again. Right click, copy. Right click, paste. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to change this over to Secrets Manager. I'll just make it SM for Secrets Manager. Not to be confused with SSM, Simple Systems Manager. There'll be Secrets Manager stuff. All right. And then we'll go down below here, and we don't need most of this stuff. So what we'll do, we'll just clear it down to the ground, and I'll get rid of these other things because we don't need them. And for now, I'll just comment out parameters, and we'll go ahead and grab this YAML code. It says it as an example, so let's go down to the example and grab this instead. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a secret for a database or a secret for a generic one. It looks like this is a generic one, so that is great. So just go my secret. And what could you utilize for this? Well, if you had application configuration and you wanted to pull that down that data, you could utilize that. There is another service called AppConfig, which is more about a deployment pipeline around rolling out changes and having feature flags. I might integrate with secrets. I don't remember seeing that as we were utilizing it, but I think secrets is fine if you want to, again, utilize this for application configuration. What I'm going to do is take out the tag, and we don't need that. And I don't know if we need a name, so let's go take a look here, up to properties. And the name is not required, so let's get rid of that. Do we need a description? The description is not required, but I'll just say, I'll take it out as well. Because think of like if you were somebody trying to get into somebody's account, if you told them exactly what it was, then You know, maybe that wouldn't be good if you had a malicious actor in there. So maybe that's a good idea that we don't even specify it there. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste this in here so that we can bring in this type here right underneath. You know, I do that all the time. So we have generate secret string. Let's go take a look at what our options are. So we have secret string and generate secret string. So I think generate secret string is probably going to be for databases, and the other one's not going to be that. Notice that it doesn't say like a database anywhere here. So just understand that the UI is obscuring what's going on here as it's being utilized. And actually, it might be doing an additional step because notice that it's showing a database here. So I think what it's doing is it's generating out a secret and then establishing the connection. So this is obviously doing more than what the API is doing. But let's read these two. So the text to encrypt the store in the secret, we recommend you use JSON structure key value pair. To generate a random password, use generate secret string. And the other thing I'm wondering is that maybe when it's utilizing this, it's providing a very specific JSON structure. That's probably what it's doing. I think that's what it is. But anyway, we'll keep reading this. So the text encrypt. To generate a random password, use generate secret string. Instead, if you omit both generate secret string and secret string, you can keep an empty secret when you make a change to this property, etc., etc. So it looks like it's one or the other. And so we can use this one first, I guess. And let's take a look at how this works. So secret string template, generate string key. So let's go into this one and read about it. So we'll go here. I'll grab this link here. And yeah, so we're here. So what we have exclude character. So it's basically saying like, what kind of rules do you want to make your password? And then we have our password length. Specifies whether to include at least one a template that that the generate string must match. Okay. When you make changes to this property, a new secret version is created. A template that the generated string must match. How's that a template? That's really confusing. Generate string key. Let's take a look at this. The JSON key name for the key value pair. So what I'm thinking is maybe what it's doing is it's going to put password in here as password. So let's see what happens if we do that. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy this. And we'll make our way over to CloudFormation. All right, and from here, we'll go into this and execute or change that. And we'll give it a moment to finish. And I'm just kind of wondering what's going on here. Also, why is it called AWS Rev 53 servers? Did we forget to rename the stack? Let's go back over to here. No, this is the stack name. I deployed it from here. What? What's going on here? And 240505. Okay, so that's... Oh, you know what it is? I'm in the wrong region. Well, then what did I just create? Did I just accept a change set from a long time ago? Well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead here and just accept... where is it? AWS EBS Basic, AWS... Okay, what is this one called? Hold on here. Oh, is this right? Did I rename the wrong one? You know what it is? I renamed my wrong one here. Hold on here. I'll just close this one out. And I'll go ahead and paste this in here. And I'll go back over to here. That's why you got to really pay attention to what you're doing. Unlike me, just clicking away here. But we'll go back here. It'll just take a second to fix. Let's refresh this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll try this again. So now we have this, and it shouldn't really take that long. So come on, let me execute it. Execute change set. And so we'll just wait for this to finish, okay? All right, so that created very quickly, of course, because it should. And let's go take a look at our secrets and see what we have. So I'm gonna give this a refresh and make sure you are in CA Central or whichever region you want to deploy your stuff in. And I have this one from earlier. So this is an old one. I'm gonna just get rid of that so I don't have to look at both of them. 7. Apparently we can't delete them right away. And so this is the secret that we created. Let's take a look at its value. So we'll retrieve the value. Notice we have the username and password. So it inserted the key password based on what we called it and then gave it a random value. Now, if you wanted to use this, you'd have to programmatically integrate it. And I'm actually surprised that they actually have the code right here. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go ahead and make sure that we can utilize that. And of course, I like Ruby, so we'll use Ruby here today. So I'm going to make, I'm going to type in a bundle init down here. Because if you're going to use it, you should know how to programmatically work with it. Otherwise, what's the point? So we'll say gem, probably AWS SDK Secrets Manager. Imagine that's what it is. Let's go take a look at the code example. First time I've seen them provide a code example. It's really nice. We'll go ahead and just say main.rb here. And I'll paste this in here. I was just going to grab this part so that I can go back here and make sure this is in place. All right, and so we'll do gem aux, gem pry, just in case we want to do a pry here. I'll do a bundle install. Of course, if you are not using this environment, then you might have to install Ruby or with any other language if you are working with this stuff here. So let's go back over to main.rb. And this one's already for CA Central 1, which is perfect. And it even populated the secret ID in here. So it gets the value. And so I'm going to put a binding pry here so we can see what it returns. And I'll just require pry, which will put a breakpoint in here. And then we'll do bundle exec ruby main.rb and hit enter. And I mean, it ran the code, but it didn't stop where I thought it was going to stop. So I'm going to do, oh, you know what? It's not getting the secret. Okay, so it's weird that they don't give you all the code, which is fine. But now it's stopped, and so it's stopped right here. So we can type the word secret down below here, secret. Secret. I had to hit Q there. And so now this is what we get back. So it's not 100% complete. What we'd have to do is do json.parse on this. And then we get our data here. And then data would be with the key password. And then we could put stat. And then we could get the username. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop that there. We'll type in clear. We'll try this again. And so now we get our username and password. So that's how you would programmatically work with it. But we just generated out a secret. Let's say we wanted to do it the other way, which is to just provide our own thing that we want to encrypt. So I'm going to go back to our template file here. And I'll just say my secret generated. And then my secret, and just have the regular kind provided. And we will go back into here. And so for this one, we want to go to secret string. And it's as simple as providing the secret string. So we will just do this. And I'll just say my super secret. Well, we'll do what we always do, which is capital T testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exclamation mark. It's either that or we don't have the 4, 5, 6 on there. But anyway, we'll go ahead and deploy this now. Deploy, and we'll make our way back over to CloudFormation. We'll give this a refresh, and we'll go over to our change sets. We'll go ahead and execute that. And so now we are just waiting for that to execute. So it was pretty quick last time. I almost feel like I don't have to do anything here, but there we go. Now it's done. So let's go back over to Secrets Manager. And now we have two. We have the provided and the generated one. So this is our provided one. And notice that we have it here. So that is pretty straightforward. So now the next question will be, how do we integrate this with a database? And so we'll do that in the next video. And again, we'll do it at the lower level here so we can exactly see what is going on. I'm just making sure I did not rename anything else here. So let's just say basic SM here. And just to clean this up, we'll go ahead back over to CloudFormation, tear down our stack, and I'll see you in the next one as we continue on working with a database, okay? Ciao.